So, full confession, there is definitely two movies that are a must-watch for me in this Christmas season. And one I've already seen, and I've done a video on it. But I'm it wasn't a very good video. And there's so much controversy around this movie as far as spoiling it. And it would be easy to spoil this movie, and I don't want to. So in a couple of weeks, I'm going to go see it again in the theaters. And in a couple of weeks, I'm going to do another review, and I'm going to just put up on the screen spoiler. I'm referring to Spider-Man No Way Home. It was a special kind of something. It was really fun. There are things that didn't work about it, and there's things that really did work about it. And they totally outweighed the things that didn't work about it. I loved that movie. I loved it. I thought it was great. I thought it was awesome. I had such a good time with it. And I don't want to ruin that experience for anyone else. So I'm going to just wait a couple weeks until I post my review about that. And I'm going to just talk about my thoughts and feelings on that movie because it was really fun. But the other movie that I wanted to review is The Matrix. I've loved this movie from the beginning of the franchise, and my love affair has not ebbed in the least. There's a lot of fans that drop off, especially in that third movie. I still liked it. There were bits and pieces of all those movies I really adored. I thought they were great science fiction. And yes, there were other parts of this franchise that I could have done without. But it is what it is, and I choose to love these movies because I really dug those bits and pieces that I liked about these movies. It made it worthwhile for me. So that's my really awkward way of saying that I'm extremely hopeful for this movie. Now, it's at the theaters right now. It just opened up today, on Wednesday, and I'm going to go ahead and review it. I don't know when I'm really lazy, so I'm not sure when I'm going to get around to editing this video and actually posting it. But, of course, the other movie I'm referring to is The Matrix. Was it Resurrected? Whatever. We'll put the poster right over here. I'm excited for it, and it is the very last big blockbuster movie that's being released simultaneously on HBO Max, which I am a member of. So, of course, I'm going to go ahead and make my popcorn. I'm going to sit down. I have my projector set up and my screen. And I'm going to pretend that this is a movie, a big screen movie production for myself. Although it pales in comparison, but it's fun. It's fun to kind of do it this way. I'm going to watch the newest Matrix movie, and then in just a few seconds, guys, I'm going to be right back to let you know what I think about The Matrix. All right, see you, bye. My purpose for my channel is I just want to express this kind of dumb guy view and why I like these movies, why I like Spider-Man. I loved Spider-Man. And why I don't like other movies like The Matrix. I want to talk about the original three, and then I'm going to go on to why I didn't like this movie. The original three were really cool sci-fi action. It was basically what they were. But the action scenes were they were cool, and they were fun, and they were clever, and they were choreographed, and we actually got to see like some kind of fighting style to that movie. And that's the reason why I sat through the rest of the boring parts. And I'm sorry, but they were boring, and they were kind of confusing, and they didn't make that much sense to me. Yeah, I understand they're living in some cave, and this is the last stand for humanity, called Ion. Okay. Let's go back to the Matrix and watch really cool Matrix moves. You know, I like that story a lot better. I found that more interesting. But So I survived all those like real parts, air quotes, to get to the cold Matrix parts that I enjoyed. And I kind of glossed over the pretentious acting and the plot that really didn't make that much sense to me. It might have made sense to other people. It didn't make sense to me. I didn't enjoy it. But what it really turned into was kind of, instead of clever fight scenes, we just got like zombies. Oh, what was it? Cluster or it's escaped me again. But inside the Matrix, they had this program that like turned every single citizen into like a homicidal maniacs, and they were jumping out of buildings, and it just changed the tone of the movie so much. I didn't enjoy it. I didn't enjoy that. It turned into like a zombie attack movie for me, and I didn't enjoy that. I enjoyed the cleverness of the first three movies and its fighting sequences, and it actually had kind of a style to it that I really did enjoy. This one was just brutal violence for brutal side violence, and it didn't work for me at all, and I didn't enjoy that. I wasn't given those moments in this movie, so I didn't like this movie at all. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I wanted to like this movie so much. The Matrix, like I said, the first one I really did enjoy. The second two were my guilty pleasures. They had moments in it that I really did enjoy, and some moments that didn't sit with me so much. But I gave it a pass. In this movie, I can't give those moments passes anymore because they just doubled down on that stuff in this movie. It was all about like that real world, and I didn't want to. I didn't want that. It was the most uninteresting portion of those movies, of the first three. They just kind of doubled down on in this movie. Oh man, no, it didn't work for me at all. And didn't take away my clever action sequences. And this movie was not worth my time at all. At all. It took away everything clever about the first three that I enjoyed, and this kind of food on it. That's what I feel. And then, there were parts of it, like there was one part that I swear to God, maybe I'm a dumb guy, but I swear to God it was just the Wachowski brothers, or just maybe Alonda, because she was the one involved in this project, was giving the middle finger to Warner Brothers. And forcing them to make this movie. That's what I read out of that one small segment of this movie, and I found it really annoying and really preachy, and it just made me feel creepy having to watch that. And not only did I feel it was, I'd have to give it 30%. It didn't give me any of the moments I wanted. I wanted to like this movie so much. And it kind of stunk. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. And thank God I stayed home and watched this. I didn't realize how angry I was going to sound. But I am kind of angry about this. Keanu Reeves had very little to do with this Matrix movie. Honestly, his character wasn't really... He did little. He did very little. He did a lot of reaction takes. I don't even remember him saying a lot of dialogue either. Like, he didn't say that much dialogue. His character was neutered. It was so cool in the beginning, but after a while, I'm gonna. Here's the thing. Okay, let me say this. One more thing. All right, and I'm sure this will be edited out too. I enjoyed the effort. I enjoyed them trying something different. They set up rules and stuff like that. Now, they set up the characters too, and they tried really hard to pull the characters back and give us the same characters in this movie. They are not played by the same people that originally played them, and they gave us a plot device to accept the change. It's already been done in this franchise. We had one actress that died between 2 and 3. So they changed it so so a different actress was playing the same part, and they gave us, a couple of lines to explain that in the plot. So they did exactly the same thing in this movie. They gave us somebody else to play Agent Smith, which is fine. Now, the Morpheus was Morpheus. He played the guy that was in the original movie. I don't know if I dug him or not. He was okay. It's this whole weird thing how I can make it from the Matrix into the real world. I don't know. But, alright, so we got that, but we got a character named Agent Smith. And Agent Smith, his character kind of, I'll tell you what, alright, the first movie and the second movie, I really dug this character. I thought it was really cool. Even that, whole scene where he comes out and he multiplies himself and he's fighting, 300, 400 Agent Smiths. He's under this pile of Agent Smiths. I thought it was a really cool scene. I thought it was ingenious, and that's the scene I'm talking about was missing in this movie, but that's neither here or there. So we get an Agent Smith in this new movie, and I don't know whose decision was it. Was it Lana Wachowski's decision to change the character fundamentally, or was the actor that came to Lana and said, I will only play this part if I get to play Agent Smith the way I want to play Agent Smith? And he had a different take on it. And I don't like that take. I didn't buy it at all. The Agent Smith that I remember from the and I hate to be the little nerd, it's not my Agent Smith, is very analytical and pronounced his words cool, collected, concise is a good word to describe Agent Smith. I enjoyed that character. I thought it was cool. They decided to take Agent Smith's character to a whole different avenue when they made him very charismatic. And I didn't like the character switch. I didn't like how they switched that character, which I find. Well, that was it. That's my time in front of the projector and watching the movie. Rotten Tomatoes scoring a 70. People seem to think that meta piece of crap that I just watched was a good movie. I'm sorry, but it was. It was basically, it just seemed to me like it was just the Wachowski saying, F you, Warner Brothers. That's what it was. It just seemed like that to me at points. Well, I had to do this. Let's squirt out another one. Can I say one more thing? Why is it that every single one of these movies equates to love? Are they really that? Is love really that important to push as especially, what was it, the second one where he took the bullets out of Trinity? And it was all about love, right? I'm sure the third one was the same way, blah, blah, blah. This one, they're driving at home as well. They were just giving an interesting story. How about instead of basing the motivation on love, let's base it on the survival of humanity. I enjoy those movies. I think those are cool. I just think it was a silly motivation. And it just seemed like they were driving that home every single minute of this movie and throughout the whole franchise. It wasn't a good movie. It wasn't a good movie. It wasn't a good movie. I didn't enjoy it. No. No, sir. Didn't like it. No. Me, personally, I would give this a 13%. That's the enjoyment I got out of this movie was 13%. It kind of, for me, it didn't give me the coldness that I liked of the other Matrix franchise. Yep, that's it. That's what I'm calling it right there. 13%. That's what I'm giving it. I hated that movie so much. So peace. On today. I will talk to you guys later and goodbye.